Hi guys, welcome to VEDA Day 3. And for our third day of VEDA, we are going to do, or I am going to do, a 13-week update. I'm going to try to zoom through this. The baby is sleeping in his swing right over here, and I'm sure he's going to wake up any minute. And my other two are totally anxious to leave the house right now, so they're probably going to come in and interrupt a million times and try to drive me crazy. I am pumping right now. Just trying to multitask to get out of the house. So let's get to it. So the last time I did an update was at 10 weeks, and I actually just posted that yesterday. Lots of things have changed. So let's start with the baby. He's eating between 4 and 6 ounces at a time. Normally in the morning he'll eat about 6 ounces, and then most of the other feedings he'll eat about 4, and then before bed he'll eat about 5. I have stopped pre-making my bottles. I just make it when he's ready to eat, because it really changes, and I can kind of tell about how much he's going to eat by how long it's been, and what time it is, and is he ready for a nap, and did he just wake up, or, I can tell more, so I'm not wasting as much breast milk. Takes a little bit longer, and he starts screaming a lot more because he's waiting for me to make a bottle, but it's actually working out okay for us. He has slowed down in the poop area. Before, until about 3 weeks ago, he was pooping every time I changed his diaper. There wouldn't necessarily be a huge amount, but there would definitely be a splatter every time. And about a couple weeks ago, he went like a day and a half without pooping, and I was like, oh God, here we go. He's going to start getting constipated, and I'm going to start dealing with a screaming baby, and it's going to be horrible. And then he pooped one time, and it was like almost explosive. And then he would went a day without, and a day did one. And he did that for like a week. He would skip 1 to 2 days, and then he would do one. And then now he's to the point where he's doing a big one about every day. And I'm having a hard time with the cloth diapers, because every time he has one of his big ones, they explode everywhere. So, and I'm sure it's just my user error by not putting it on tight enough in all the right spots. I think that's the problem with snaps, is you can't necessarily get it completely adjusted the way you need to. I hear him stretching. He's sleeping through the night. He goes down, we normally start our sleep routine at about 7:15, 7:30ish, depending on when his last nap was. And we'll give him a tub every other night, and we'll get him changed and rub him down with lotions, and then give him a bottle, and he'll normally go to bed right about 8. And then he will sleep. He's sleeping now until about 7:30, and he probably wakes up closer to 7, but he'll lay in his crib and just look around and talk. Oh, my kids are fighting. Summer's almost over, and they're annoying each other big time. Okay, so, yeah, he'll wake up around 7, and then he's firmly ready to get up and out of bed by like 7:30. What else with him? He's changing big time. He's not quite grabbing things yet, but he's batting at things and like inspecting things. Like I was wearing a spaghetti strap the other day, and he was trying his hardest to grab the strap and get it into his mouth, and just staring at things, and he's so intense. He's laughed a couple times. He's not laughing consistently. I've heard him like huge belly laughs like 3 or 4 times. But it's either out of the blue, he'll just look at you and just giggle, or you have to like really, really work at it. It's not like my other kids where you would just go, ah, ooh, and he would just crack up. I'm thinking he's getting there. I feel like he's a little bit slower. I feel like my other kids laughed a lot younger, but whatever. We didn't go to our 2-month appointment. We were in between insurances. We were on Medi-Cal, which is like Healthy Families, which is like a Medi-Cal here in California, but it's just for children. And we had a hard time finding doctors that would take him, and we ended up switching to my husband's insurance through his work. And it took him a month to get him approved and going after he left because for the first month they're under the mom. Anyway, so he was uninsured as of the 1st of August, and so he goes in for his 2-month appointment next week. So it's a little bit late, but I'm guessing he's around 15, 16 pounds. I weighed him a month ago when he was 13, so he is pretty much in 6-month clothing. Some 3-month, like the t-shirts will still fit him, but he needs a good 6-month clothing. His hair is it's thinned out a lot. It hasn't gone completely bald, but he's definitely lost most of his hair that he was born with, which is sad. I love super babies with full heads of hair. He's chunky as ever. I'm trying to see if he's awake. He's squinting. He's still asleep. What else? That'll wake him up. So his eyes are like crystal blue, which they haven't changed, and I really don't think they're going to change. And I'm loving it. I want him to have super dark hair and light eyes. Yeah? I'm pumping. What do you need? Help him down. Help him down. Okay, so as for update with me, things are going great. My incision's fine. It's still numb. I'm still very slowly losing weight. I'm starving all the time. I'm thirsty all the time. I'm sleeping through the night, obviously. Now that school's over, I'm getting a lot more sleep. I find I have a lot more time during the day, and I'm just trying to cope with the fact that my children don't get along, and it's summer, and all they do is fight. So that's rough. And my main thing now is breastfeeding. Over the last week and a half or so, I've gotten really bad at doing it, and I've only been doing it like twice to maybe 3 times a day, and my supply has gone down horribly. And I'm only getting probably about I can't think, 25 ounces a day. I mean, I'm barely pumping enough to get him through a day, and I'm not stocking up any. He's basically what I pump, he eats. Now, it could be that I've just regulated, and this is how it's going to be. But I'm going to try my darndest over the next couple weeks to get it back up and gain more of a supply. Mainly a stash, because I would like to, over the next 4 or 5 months, be done with this and be able just to get through with what we have. So, basically, I have started drinking mother's milk tea 3 times a day, 3 or 4. And every time I drink tea, a cup of tea, I'll fill up one of these, which is about 24 ounces of water, and I'll just drink that, and then I'll drink my tea. So I'm drinking a ton of water. I'm drinking like around 100 ounces a day, just with the tea. And I'm drinking like with dinner I'll have another glass, and with my other meals I'll have another glass. So I'm drinking a ton of water, I'm drinking the tea, and I just got some fenugreek today, And so I'm going to start taking that with dinner since it's too late already. And then I'm setting an alarm on my phone for every 3 hours. I will pump, and that will remind me. And I'm making a point because when we wash our bottles and my pumping supplies, like when I'm done with it, we have a sink that's filled. Oh no, he's waking up. A sink that's filled halfway with hot soapy water, and I change out that water like 2 or 3 times a day. And I just throw everything in there. And so I'm making a point now to clean everything, my pumping supplies, because I find that when they're clean and they're ready to go, it's easier for me to get my pumping done. So I'm cleaning it like right after I'm done. So I think that's it. Oh, I'm sweating. I'm a hot mess. So hot today. He's waking up from his big nap of the day. He usually takes a cat nap around 9:30 and 6, and then he takes a big nap from like 12 to 3, and that's, what time is it? Today he was a little bit late. He took a little nap from like 11 to 12, and then he was up from like 12 to 2, and now he's been down from like 4, it's 4:30, so he's been down since like 2:30 or something like that. So he's going to need to be changed, he needs to be fed, and that's that. So that's my 13-week update, and I can't believe he's already 13 weeks old. Yeah, I'm going to finish, I guess I am done pumping here. So I'll take care of this and get him going and get this uploaded before the end of the day. Have a good one.